Skeet Saam. This is going this is going to be last night's episode's review. So let's get started. Hey, a lot happened. Obviously, yesterday a lot happened. And let's talk about what really happened with these characters. Ooh, it was very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I enjoyed every bit of it. So let's get started. First character I'm going to be talking about is Pomelo. Okay? This is what I said about him. I said, Pomelo wants Lehasa to go after Kwezi, but he refuses. Okay? Lehasa is refusing. He said, Kwezi, Kwezi will bury you alive. I mean, let's be honest here. Pomelo's right. Okay, that's the truth. Kwezi will bury Lehasa alive if he's not careful. Okay, that's the truth. That's the fact. If Lehasa is not careful, Kwezi will definitely bury him alive. I mean, that's the truth. As much as I hate the fact that Pomelo is so scared of Kwezi, but at the end of the day, the truth is he's right. Kwezi will bury Lehasa alive if he's not careful. If he does not deal with this delicately, it will be the end of him. It will be definitely be the end of him, and there will be no turning back if he's not careful. So I really understand where Pomelo is coming from when he asked Lehasa to go after her when Kwezi left the apartment. But my guy was like, never, 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 I will not go after Kwezi. I will not. I will not go after Kwezi. I will not go after Kwezi. Okay? I will not. Over my dead body. Over my freaking dead body. He was like, never. I also get why Lehasa is like this. No, Kwezi stabbed him. Okay? Kwezi stabbed Lehasa. He has every right to feel some type of way about it. So he's dealing with it the way he can. Now let's see. Now let's move on to Kwezi. Oh God, this woman, she's just a pain in the butt. I said, Kwezi is so mad with Lehasa. She even said, you're messing with the wrong woman. Now, when a woman says you're messing with the wrong woman, she means it. She definitely means it. And if Lehasa thinks he can get away with what he's done, knowing Kwezi and knowing how unpredictable she is and what she's capable of, I'm scared for Lehasa. I'm actually scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrified for him. I'm like shaky in my boots, terrified for Lehasa. I mean, I'm watching this episode and I'm thinking, did she just say you're messing with the wrong woman? When a woman says those words, you know she means business. I mean, look, she stabbed Lehasa. We all know she's insane. She's basically insane. And for her to say you're messing with the wrong woman, like she's talking to herself through the mirror. She's standing there looking at herself in the mirror and she says, do you know what, yeah? You're messing with the wrong woman. I'm scared. I'm actually terrified. I'm terrified for Lehasa. I'm actually scared. I'm shaking. Like, I was literally on the edge of my seat when I was watching this episode. I'm thinking, Lehasa, what have you done? What have you actually done? Do you know the mess you have created for yourself right now? How could you let Crazy walk away like that? Like, knowing what she's capable of. I mean, she says, you're messing with the wrong woman. And she means it. She means every word of that. I'm just terrified for Lehasa. We'll see how that goes. Lehasa should sleep with one eye open, to be honest, at this point. At this point, he has to sleep with one eye open like this. Anyway, let's talk about Preachy. Oh God, Preachy's really going through it right now. I said Preachy is starting to question her decision to choose Lehasa over her family. She's asking Lehasa why she didn't choose her over Crazy. Now, I understand why Preachy felt betrayed and hurt about the fact that Lehasa did not choose her, but she chose him. He didn't make Preachy feel like she's the one. Like, she expected Lehasa to choose her in that moment, but he didn't. He was questioning his decision. He was not sure, which I totally understand because he's stuck in a rock and a hard place. He has to deal with Crazy delicately because she is literally a bomb waiting to go off. So he can't make any rational or take any messy decisions that can make it's really difficult for him to like literally make a decision. He has to be careful. You know, he has to be careful on how he approaches this matter. So for not to choose Preachy, I understand why she's hurt. I mean, she chose Lehasa over her own blood, her own family. So she expected Lehasa to do the same, but he didn't. And she was hurt. Like I said, she has every right to be angry, upset, and hurt. She's in this mess because of Lehasa. So it must hurt. It must really make her feel like she's nothing. Like she's not important. Like she's not valued, you know? Because she sacrificed a lot. She really did. She lost the trust of her family, her education, her dignity, her freedom. Imagine all that disappearing because you chose a man that had so much baggage. I understand she loves Lehasa. I understand that. But she needs to realize that being with Lehasa comes with so much baggage and drama and uncertainty. She has to realize that she can't be this naive now. She's in it. She chose to be in it now. And the first thing she needs to realize is now that she chose Lehasa, she has to be in this mess. She has to become whatever she has to be to protect herself because she chose Lehasa. She chose Lehasa, knowing what kind of relationship this was going to be. And now that Crazy is involved, it's going to be a mess. And she has to realize that now there's no turning back. She has to face it, and do with it. She can't be the naive little girl that she used to be. she has to grow up and stand her ground and realize this is real. I'm in this. Now I have to fight for my life and fight for the relationship I have with Lehasa. She has to be tough now. There's no, oh, I'm scared. I'm just a girl. I go to school. I'm naive. I'm in this bubble. I'm in this little cute bubble with Lehasa. She's the love of my life. That is gone now. You need to really grab those horns and deal with it and ride. Go with the ride. There's no turning back from what you have decided to do, which is choose Lehasa. Knowing very well what kind of mess this is. Okay? It's time to grow up. I'm actually starting to really realize that Preachy's now not taking this seriously. She needs to grow up and face the fact that she chose Lehasa, and she has to deal with that. And she has to deal with whatever that comes with it. There's no, oh, I'm a kid. Oh, I'm just naive and cute. No. There's nothing like that anymore. You need to grow up and fight because you decided to get in the ring and fight for your life. It starts now. It starts now. Okay. Still on Preach, I said she's fed up with Pomelo and the fact that Lehasa did not stand up for her when Lehasa's uncle spoke down on her. There was a scene on last night's episode where Pomelo spoke down to Preachy and Lehasa did not protect her or kind of stand up for her, and she felt like, why am I even here? Why am I here to be disrespected by Lehasa's uncle? And the men that I love, the men that should be protecting me, is not protecting me the way I want him to protect me. That's what she was thinking. That was her thought process of okay, what is the point of me being here if you're not going to protect me the way you say you would? What's the point? And for her to think like that, I understand where she's coming from, okay? She's in this mess and she doesn't know what to do now. Because this is Lehasa's world. And she's just a little piece in that world. Now, this piece that she is, she has to decide how to move around Lehasa's world without being killed or terrified all the time. She's fighting for her life, and she thought that Lehasa will be there holding her hand and make sure that she feels protected. And for Lehasa's uncle to speak down on her and Lehasa not protecting her the way she wanted him to, it's oh, why am I even here? Why am I being with you when you can't even speak to your uncle, tell him not to speak to me the way he did? What's the point? I get why she's like that. She's hurt. She feels like she's just a little piece of trash on the ground that Pomelo's just stepping on over and over again. I get it. I honestly get it. So I said Preachy has realized that Quetzy has something against Lehasa and is basically blackmailing Lehasa. To be honest, Preachy is quite smart for her age, okay? She's really smart for her age, and I'm not gonna lie, she is. And she realized that the reason why Lehasa and Pomelo cannot deal with Quetzy the way she thought they would is because she has something against them. She has something that can destroy the Maposes. And she's realizing that Quetzy is actually blackmailing and giving these people an ultimatum that she cannot even comprehend. But she has an inkling of what's the reason behind these people wanting to pay the lobola? Why? Why is that the first thing that they think of? Then she's like, oh, okay. A light bulb goes off and she's like, oh, she has something on you. She's blackmailing you. She has something really damaging that she can use against you. That's the only reason why y'all can just dance around her and just make sure that she feels like she can do whatever she wants. Because she has a lot of evidence against you guys. A lot. And it's not something that they can run away from. You know? They can't. That's the fact. They can't run away from it. Now, it's going back to Lehasa, I said here, Lehasa is telling Preachy that him and Kwezi they practically planned this baby, and it's a painful reminder. Like, it's a really painful reminder of what she went through. It's a painful pill to swallow. You know, the fact that the woman that you are having a child with is tormenting me. She's after me. She wants to kill me. You're telling me you guys planned this baby, knowing very well that she lost a baby that you refused, that you denied. It's like, just it must hurt in levels that I cannot even imagine. I don't have a kid. I've never gone through pregnancy, but I can relate with the pain that Preachy must be feeling right now, facing the fact that Kwezi is pregnant, and that Lehasa and Kwezi planned this pregnancy, knowing that she had the opportunity to give Lehasa an heir, but he denied it. Just put that into perspective and tell me that wouldn't make anyone angry, pissed off, hurt, betrayed in any kind of way. Tell me that. That is just too much for one person to handle. And she's a kid. She hasn't experienced love yet. And she has to deal with this now. It's a lot for anyone, even me. Like, just thinking about it, it just hurts. It makes my head hurt because I cannot imagine the turmoil that she has to face every single day, knowing that this woman is carrying my man's child, something that I could have done for him. It's too much for her. Just thinking about it, for me, it will be also too much. Like, I don't even know how she's still there. How is she going through this and still be with Lehasa? I cannot even imagine if I would stay with this guy. I wouldn't. Like, there's no way in hell I would find myself still being with Lehasa after this. No way. She has a power that I don't think I have, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's just crazy. Just thinking about it, it's crazy. Oh, it hurts my head just thinking about it. Now, Lehasa wants to do right by Kwezi by paying the damages and the lobola. I respect him for taking responsibility for the baby, unlike he did with Preachy, which is unfortunate, but I respect him for doing that. But obviously the reason behind it is not something that Preachy can be fine with. But I also understand that he has to do this for his child, so that his child can have his last name, that he can also have the rights to that child. But for him to pay the lobala, that is something that I cannot even process right now. There's no need for him to pay the lobala and be married to Kwezi. I don't get it. He said something very interesting that I was like, really? He's like, it's a customary wife. He said something about Kwezi being the customary wife, but you are the woman that I want to spend my life with, the woman I love. I don't doubt that Lehasa loves Preachy. I don't doubt that these two have the love that is timeless. I don't doubt that. I honestly don't. But the way he's dealing with it is something that I cannot understand or agree with. Okay, you want to marry Crazy because she's pregnant. All you could do is pay the damages and let it go. But I understand why you're marrying her. You're trying to put her to bay, kind of thing. You're trying to hold back the wolf, the lion. You're trying to tame that lion because you have no other choice. I get that. I honestly get that. But it doesn't mean that I don't like it. I have to agree with it. I have to understand it. But honestly, I can't stand for it. But I get why he's doing it. Like I said, I don't doubt the love they share, because when I look at the way they communicate, the way they look at each other, these two truly do love each other. It's undeniable. The love is there. It's obvious. But Quasi is one obstacle that they cannot get rid of. As much as they want to, it's not gonna happen. I said here, Preachy decided to stand her ground. I said here, she wants the truth. Okay, she deserves the truth. Preachy needs to face the fact that Crazy is not going anywhere, and she deserves the truth that Lehasa is not giving her right now. But towards the end of the episode, he did give Preachy some kind of closure, but I don't think she's happy with it. Lehasa plans to marry Quasi, and Preachy has had enough of this mess. This is what she said. This line really struck a chord with me. She said, "I should have listened to my family. They were right about you." That line alone speaks volumes. It actually speaks volumes. I repeated as she said, "I should have listened to my family. They were right about you." Wow. That line does not even need explanation. It is an explanation by itself. That's powerful. That's actually powerful. It's crazy. It's powerful. So I'm still on Preachy. I said Preachy walks away from this whole drama. She doesn't want to be the side chick or the side dish, whatever you want to call it. She realized that, look, I'm out. I'm fed up. Like, this is my limit. I have nothing else to give. To think that you're gonna have to marry this woman and I have to be with you at the same time, that's just too much for me to handle. No way in hell I'm gonna stay. No way. No way. She even said she couldn't even give. I said here, this is my idea. I said she could have given you a child, but you embarrassed her in front of her family. You denied Preachy's child, unborn child. You destroyed her in ways that you will never understand. Now you want her to be with you while you raise a child you're gonna have with who? Quiz. The insult, the audacity of it all, it's just bizarre. It's crazy. It's mental, really. So I get where she's coming from. Like, she's really hurt. Finally, I said, she's tired of Lehasa's lies. He knows Lehasa is going to pick Crazy. You know, the moment Crazy used the baby card, That was the end of it. Do I still have hope that he might choose Preachy at the end? I do, but it's a slim. It's a slim little chance. Slim. I don't see it really happening, but it's what I hope for. Like, I'm happy that Preachy spoke her mind on last night's episode. She stood her ground and aired every emotion, everything that she has held for so long. She told and she spoke her truth to Lehasa. She just said, "Look, you hurt me. I'm hurt. Now you want me to sit and just be there while you're hurting me even more. I can't. I raise my hand. The white flag is up and I'm done." But it turns out she didn't leave though. Anyway, I'll review tonight's episode tomorrow like usual. I hope you enjoyed my review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. Peace.